Hello and welcome to another FOG video. I'm Fred. This is an off-the-cuff, I guess, reaction video, if you want to call it a reaction video, to the brand new FIFA 23 reveal trailer that EA Sports dropped yesterday. This video is all about FIFA 23, the new features, the new trailer, and just what I think. A lot of my subscribers will know that I have always been a critic of the FIFA games, and an even bigger critic of EA Sports as a company, as a publisher. When it comes to FIFA 23, my first impression is most definitely not really very different to my impressions of other FIFA games. It looks the same. The trailer feels sort of the same as other trailers that they've always launched as the reveal trailers for each new FIFA games every single year. The gameplay looks the same, the graphics look the same, everything feels very much the same. So let's start with the cover of the game that they released, which will have Mbappe and the other lady. So it's the first time they're going to have a lady on the cover, one of the female players. I don't know who it is. I'm sorry, I do not follow female football. So is it a good idea to put out a lady in the cover, a female player in the cover? I mean, I guess. I don't know how many people will purchase FIFA because of female football. I know that they're going to have two full women's leagues, which will be the UK's Premier League and the French League. They're also going to have the Women's World Cup, so they have two World Cups in this edition. They have got the Men's World Cup, which will be in November in Qatar, and then they have the Women's World Cup for 2023 or something. I don't know. So yeah, lots of women's stuff into the game alongside the men's stuff. In terms of new features and things that they've announced, that they've confirmed, of course we know this will be the final FIFA branded game created by EA Sports. So FIFA 23 is the very last EA Sports FIFA game. We've known that for a while. Crossplay is definitely confirmed. So there will be crossplay, but the crossplay is only next gen for next gen. So PC, by the way, PC will now be next gen as well, which is, I mean, I don't understand why they didn't do that last year. Kind of crazy if you ask me, but they have confirmed it this year. Definitely. Hypermotion 2, they've got a new Hypermotion, I don't know. Hypermotion 2 will be included in the PC version, of course PS5 and Xbox Series X, and you can cross-play all between those, and then PS4 and Xbox One will not be Hypermotion, they will not be obviously next gen, but they'll be able to cross-play between them. So that's good news, I guess. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. It has become a thing as well, so we can finally start playing crossplay on FIFA, even though it's the last FIFA from EA Sports. Kind of ironic. Other brand new things and features will be, so one of them is going to be the way you take free kicks. So they've overhauled how the free kicks are going to work. You can see it in the trailer. It looks interesting. I think it's always been sort of an issue, but I've always preferred the simpler approach to things like this, as well as with corners. EA have always been big on trying to enhance it by creating these ways, or to take the free kicks, and maybe they just need to go back to basics and keep it simple. I don't know, but I do appreciate that for instance on eFootball and the PES games, free kicks and corners tend to be quite simplistic, and I like that. I think that's the simpler the better, if you ask me. They're also overhauling sprinting, something to do with if you're an explosive sprinter, you'll have like an explosive burst, but you'll lose gas quite quickly, so you'll slow down quite quickly. And then they're also going to have players that are long sprinters, but they take a while to start. So that's now going to be in the game. So it'll be like a difference between players that are really fast off the blocks against players who aren't, but they do get fast the longer they sprint. So I think that's a good thing. I think we should have always had that, and we didn't. So definitely, in my opinion, that's a good addition, and let's just see how they implement that into actual game. There's also something about long shots, like hard, pacey shots. If you press L1 and R1 together or something, then you'll hit the ball with pace, but it'll be quite hard to control it or something, but that looks interesting to me as well. Now, in the trailer itself, mostly it's all about the skills. I mean, that's what you can see the most of, is just skill after skill, players taking on players. And again, I've said this before in previous FIFA videos that I've made. Football isn't skills, okay? You might get a couple of skills per game by skillful players, but FIFA as a game has basically been built around this, like as if this is real football, and it's not. Skills should be difficult to do, but FIFA has always made it really easy to take on players, and you just start flicking the sticks around and players just do skills. And that's okay, it's just not realistic. And that's what the trailer looks like to me. Players taking on players, doing all these tricks, and I don't like that. Football is a simple game, and EA don't take that approach. They seem to always make it very complex, and they seem to build it around all those tricks. That does not appeal to me. What else can we talk about? I think for me, one of the last things I do want to touch on is the whole Hypermotion situation. Obviously, last year, when they first released Hypermotion, they only released it for the new consoles, and they left out PC, which was, I mean, ridiculous. That's a ridiculous thing to do. Oh, they put it on Google Stadia as well, which is crazy. So for this year, they're finally adding it to PC to bring it up to same level as the next-gen consoles. I mean, that was always a given, right? You have to put that in the PC version. If anything, the PC version should have led the way, seeing as it's such a more powerful machine that can handle those things against consoles. But there you go. So I'm very happy about this. I want to see it in action on the PC. I think it will do wonders for the game itself on PC. We'll see about that. They've also announced the release date. I think it's the same as last year. I think it's the 1st of October, but if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you get to play it on the 27th of September. They do that every time. I guess it's a tactic to sell the most expensive version of the game. I don't know what you get with Ultimate Edition, but you tend to get loads of packs and stuff like that for those that play the Ultimate Team, thing. I wouldn't do that myself. It's a waste of money, in my opinion, at least. But at least if you do want to play it early, a couple of days early, you can play it. You can pay like £30, £40 more. It's kind of ridiculous what they charge, but there you go. And I do think that's it. Trailer looks okay. It looks just kind of the same that we've always had before. I mean, it's the last FIFA, so why would EA spend, a bunch of money remaking the game, trying to create new gameplay things? I mean, they just wouldn't. So, in my opinion, we can all expect to see pretty much the same game they've made for the last 5, 6, 7 years, with a couple of tweaks here and there. And they'll save, in my opinion, anything that's actually new that they've been working on for their own game, which will be the EA Sports FC game, which comes out in 24. I'm more interested in seeing that than FIFA 23, if I'm honest. FIFA 23, in my opinion, is just going to be the same game we've been playing for all these years. EA Sports FC, in my opinion, will feature all these new things that we haven't seen. So that's really what I'm waiting for. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. It all looks the same. Lots of women's stuff, which is fine, I guess. I mean, that's not what I would buy the game for. And if it was just a women's game on its own for football, I probably wouldn't even buy it, probably wouldn't even play it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed. Put in the comments what you think about the trailer, what you think the new FIFA is going to be. I mean, are you going to buy it on release? Are you going to not buy it? Are you sick and tired of the same game over and over and over again? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.